So here's Cursor. I've switched from agent mode to plan mode, and I put in my command, and then it's going to ask me clarifying questions. In this case, it wasn't able to figure out where to get the data. So it asked me, where should I get the data? And I copied over that Excel file, and then it began the build. Now, if you're following along at home, it's time to go get a coffee. It's going to take Cursor a while to build this. I've increased the clip speed. It's going to take easily a half hour. Now you'll see as we do the build, if it throws an error, if there's a bug, 9 times out of 10, I can just copy the error message into the agent window and share that error with Cursor, and it will do the debugging process and try again. And you see here it resolved the error, right? So it's not necessarily going to get it 100% on the first try. Couple things that I see here that are missing from Tableau. There are 2 lines with a tooltip instead of just a single line, and we also see a map, right? So I'm going to ask Cursor to add the map and to add the 2 lines instead of just one with the tooltip. Right off the bat, Cursor was able to add that second line and the tooltip. It didn't give me 2 separate tooltips the way you have in Tableau, but it was pretty close, so I was pretty happy with that. It did not do, though, a very good job with the map. Instead of giving me an actual map, it just gave me these filters. I asked it again. It was really having trouble with that until I said, hey, isn't there some kind of mapping library you can use to generate a proper map? And when I did that, then it said, oh yeah, I can go use D3, and then it gave me the real map. And so now that I have a pretty good, maybe not perfect, but pretty good dashboard that I'm happy with, I'm going to create a Git repo, and I'm going to copy that repo into Cursor and ask it to commit the code to that repo. So here's the repo that I created already. I'm going to copy it over into Cursor, and I'm going to say, hey, commit the files to this repo. It may authenticate me. Once I'm authenticated, it's going to send up the files, and that's going to be the step before I can put it onto this site Vercel to make it a live link that anyone can access. As soon as the code is committed to GitHub, which you'll see if I just refresh the page, you see all the code is committed. Now I can switch over to Vercel, and I will tell Vercel, hey, I have a new project. I want you to use the new project to create a live website, right? So it's going to create for me a live website based on the repo. And so this is how I take the code that's just running on my local machine and put it up online so that anyone can access this dashboard. You know, and if I wanted to, by the way, I could restrict access. I'm not going to do that now. I'm just keeping it totally open. It's not secret data. So, you know, all I need to do is I go add new, I select project, and I select my new repo, right? And that's going to try and deploy, you know, so it might not work the first time, but, you know, we're going to work through any deployment issues here. So I copied this out. Actually, I don't even need to copy it over. I just go add new and project. And I think it already knows about all my Git repositories. So I just select this one here. Right, just click import, deploy. I don't need any environment variables because I have no database connection or anything with this. It's just the Excel file, right? So I just say deploy, and then I will see whether the deployment works. It failed. And so we do the easy thing of copying the error message into Cursor and having Cursor fix it for us. Now, if we had Vercel MCP set up, actually Cursor could go and look at the server error without us even having to copy and paste it. But I don't have that set up today, and so I'm just copying and pasting the error message from Vercel over into Cursor. It's going to say, oh, I get what's wrong, right? And it's going to fix it. We're going to have to do the deployment again, and then we're going to see that it's live, hopefully, right? So I'm just saying, hey, there's an error message, check it out, and it's going to go. And here we see on Vercel that although the first deployment failed, the second and third deployment succeeded. And here I think we have a nicer looking dashboard than the one we started with. I'm curious whether you agree.